Hey everyone, yes I do mean you. It's me, Silver Daddy. Are you ready for another exciting adventure, aka trip or Trippin' with me? We're about to discover and share some amazing life stories. If I take a few sudden tangent turns along the way, don't worry, because I'll find our way back. Come on, climb aboard and buckle up, because we are ready to start another great episode of Trippin' with Silver Daddy. Hey everyone, it's me, Silver Daddy, and welcome to Trippin' with Silver Daddy. And I am here in Quincy, Florida. Yes, Quincy, Florida. I know. I had to look it up too. Do you know I'm about 21 miles northwest of Tallahassee and 176 miles west of Jacksonville. But this unique little town, city, up in the panhandle of Florida is famous. Yes, this was a tobacco community, and we're talking about shade tobacco, and it grew, and this was a big agricultural community until about the 1960s. But it also has its history in something else. There was a banker back in the 1920s, Pat Monroe. Pat Monroe knew that during the Depression, he would see all these people that would spend their last 5 cents to buy this fizzle soft drink called Coca-Cola. And he was a banker here. And he was amazed how people would spend some of their last pennies just to buy Coca-Cola. Well, as a banker, he then started to invest in stocks in Coca-Cola. Not only did he invest in stocks, he convinced a lot of his people in the community to invest in Coca-Cola. So this is right around when the Depression was starting. The shares of Coca-Cola were selling for like pennies or something. They were hardly worth anything. But he realized how people were still buying this when the Depression was hitting. So he convinced a lot of the people in the community to invest in Coca-Cola stock. Well, because of that, and him insisting and talking people into it, many people in the community did, because they trusted him, because he was the banker, and they figured he would know. Because of that, this city at one time had more millionaires per capita than any other city in the United States. There was 67 millionaires here because of Pat convincing them to buy Coca-Cola. After the Depression, Coca-Cola just blew up. A $40 investment when he started this, today, with stock splits and everything, that $40 investment is worth over $10 million. $10 million! No wonder they had so many millionaires in this small little town. Let's put it this way. When Pat Monroe, when he died, he gave each of his 18 children, yes, I said 18, he gave each of his 18 children $1 million. That's amazing. More amazing, I think Pat probably invented Viagra. 18 kids? Wow. But that's not the only thing this city is known for. This city also has Dean Mitchell. Dean Mitchell is a famous African-American watercolor artist. He is located, this is his hometown, and most of his watercolorings are done in the period of, or the subject matter of those tobacco fields. The shade tobacco and the old Coca-Cola. There's a famous museum in this town that has a lot of his artwork. And speaking of this town, it is so cool. If you're watching me on YouTube and watching my hair get all blown all over the place, it's a little square. And there's all the business right around this little square of the town hall. So there's a lot to do in these small little towns in Florida. And this is totally different than if you're in South Florida where I live. One, the weather's different. There's hills. It's like being out in the damn country, everyone. If you drive the back roads, you may not even have internet. But what you do have is you have a community pride. Everyone pretty much knows everyone here. And because of Mitchell with his art and all that, this is one of the stops of the Florida North Art Trail. And that goes through this town. So if you're into antiques and art, you need to be here. And I'm going to walk over and get breakfast and try to meet someone local and talk to them. And then after that, I think I'm going to the neighboring town. Not going to tell you where it is, but it's named after a foreign city. And I'm going to go there because it's also a part of the art trail, the North Florida Art Trail. That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to go get some breakfast, try to meet a local. And why I do that, you're going to do two things. First, you're going to look down. Look down. Look down. Look down. And you'll see that button that says subscribe. You're going to press that button because it's not going to cost you a penny. And you're going to subscribe to my show. Thank you, because that makes me very happy. And listen to my sponsor. I'll be right back. You're listening to Trippin' with Silver Daddy. Do you want to upgrade your home to maybe waterfront property or looking for investment property here in Broward or West Palm Beach counties? And you want it to be hassle-free and stress-free and drama-free? Then you need Real Estate Agent Mark. He has years of customer service and knows this market. Let me tell you, the great thing about Real Estate Agent Mark is he always answers his phone. He's never missing an action. This is why I recommend Real Estate Agent Mark to my family, friends, and you, my followers. So it doesn't matter if you live in New York, LA, Dubai, Rome, London, or Rabbit Hash, Kentucky. If you're looking to buy real estate in South Florida, contact Real Estate Agent Mark. You can contact him at palmbeachrealtor4u.com. Hey everyone, welcome back to Trippin' with Silver Daddy. Remember I said I was going to go eat breakfast and I was going to meet a local? That's the local. I met a local. But wait a minute, I had breakfast at this place right behind me. See it? Look, you can get a free map. Well, it's from 1940, so it's probably worth some money. I'd get that damn free map. But listen, we're at Bantam Bay. Bantam Bay. The food was delicious. You need to come here to Quincy. Bantam Bay. I had to go ask them what it stood for. It's great. Bantam is that rooster with the real colorful head. Who doesn't love a good cock in the morning? So we had to go get the rooster breakfast. We got to meet the good cock. And then Bay is because they're from Tampa Bay. Pretty clever, huh? Bantam Bay. But I'm here with Dezi. Hi.
You see, the thing is what Mike doesn't want to tell you, and you can probably hear as soon as I open my mouth, that I'm not a Quincy local at all.
He's not?
I just came up to Mike and I said, hey, could you show me the way to a good time?
No, he didn't just say that. He said more than that, but well, get over here. So, where are... Okay, when you say something else, just say, Sally sits by the seashore.
No, say something more interesting like...
Say zebra.
It's zebra.
It's
our animal and we get to keep it. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa, which is about 11,000 miles that way. And the name is a real clue because it's South Africa. So at the bottom is where you find South Africa.
Yeah, where all the great white sharks are out in the water that eat the seals. Yeah. And we're going to talk to someone later because he has danger in his name. His name's Jim. He just does some crazy shit that I found out in this place. But we'll talk to him a little bit later. This is about Dezi. So, on a serious note, you really are from South Africa.
Yes.
What the hell are you doing here?
Quincy's a great town, filled with great people.
But you come and spend, like, part of the year living here, too.
I've been here since, I think, the 6th of October. And I'm going back 6th of January. So I've been here, in total, we've been here for 3 months.
Yeah,
and this is my third time here.
So you like this little town?
Yes.
I like this little town, too. This little town is, like, really quaint. It really reminds me of some small little towns in Indiana that I've been to. With the courthouse, or I call it City Town Hall, but it's a courthouse, whatever, that building in the middle. Well, Jim will tell us everything. Jim's the historian. Jim knows everything. But you're here. This is your second time here. And third time. And you really love it that much coming back here?
You know, I'm actually a farm boy from South Africa. I grew up on a dairy farm where we had Friesland cattle. And we were up at 4 o'clock in the morning to milk the cows because they don't milk themselves, right?
No, they don't.
Why did you do that, Mike?
They don't milk themselves. Cattle don't milk themselves. Wait a minute. So you're in South Africa and you have cattle, but there's also things like lion, hippos, and zebras there.
Yes. And
how in the hell do you keep... That sounds dangerous to be a farmer there.
No. You see, the city that I'm from is Cape Town, so that's in the area called Western Cape. So the climate in the Western Cape is very similar to southern Florida. Weather's really mild. And here's the thing, Cape Town, I don't know if people think that African cities are really small, but Cape Town has over 6 million population. It's actually considered a mega city. And in a recent poll was voted as one of the 10 most beautiful cities in the world, second only to Sydney and Barcelona.
That's 3 times bigger than Miami, everyone. I mean, Miami, I just did a thing on Google coming here. Miami only has about 2 million people in Miami. So if you got 6 million, I can do math. 6 times 3, or 2 times 3 is 6. Don't laugh, I can do math. So it's like 3 times the amount of people. That's a huge city.
It is indeed. And there's a couple of cool things about why. I mean, it's interesting because there are now a bunch of direct flights that actually come from the US, and we're getting a lot of actually tourists. While I'm coming to the US, they're coming to South Africa.
Because it's winter in North Florida, which makes it really nice. Over there, you're in the middle of summer, right?
Right on.
Because you're in the southern hemisphere and we're in the northern hemisphere.
Right.
I know a little bit about geography too.
Here's a cool thing about why a lot of those people go there is we have the longest continuous wine route in the world. How about that how about them apples?
Wait a minute, wine route?
Yeah.
Like wine you drink?
Yes.
What do you mean? What's a wine route? Like the grapes, root of the grapes?
Where you travel from one winery to another. Tasting.
Wine tasting.
Yes.
Like go out like a pub crawl, but a wine tasting
the
crawl.
refined version of pub crawling, yes.
Okay, so I don't know agriculture because I thought he was talking about like the vine of the wine, the longest in the world growing. I was like, well, that's pretty amazing. Never knew about wines. I don't know much about wine.
Okay.
I don't drink enough of it.
But everybody knows wine because what happens if you step on a grape?
You whine?
It lets out a little wine, yes.
You whine. You whine because you stepped on the grape. Yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was
It's as
good.
bad as your Mississippi joke.
You guys probably didn't hear that, my Mississippi joke, but it was pretty good because that was the joke for my kids. If you didn't, you need to be catching all my stuff on social media. Talking about catching all my stuff, hey, go below.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Thank you. No, I want to talk more about South Africa because I find that amazing because it's like one of the places I've always wanted to go in my life. Wild animals aren't everywhere in South Africa. Because if you have a city of 6 million people, there's not wild animals in the city. I mean, there is, but that's a different wild animal.
That is correct.
Correct?
Yes.
How far from South Africa, from the city that you're in, like, are we talking you have to drive 18 hours or fly to go see wild animals, like the safaris they all talk about?
Good question. So in Cape Town, there is...
the bikers are here.
Yeah. The weekend warriors are here, not on the weekend. So if you wanted to see wild animals, there's a lot of places close to Cape Town. So there's a part of Cape Town called Somerset West. There's a wild cheetah reserve. So if you don't know what a cheetah is, it's the fastest land animal in the world. So you can go there and you can get literally this close to a cheetah. And that's pretty amazing. It's a real privilege to be close to an animal like that. But if you were to travel probably about 2 hours outside of Cape Town, there's a couple of...
That's another bike. Hold on, everyone. Go ahead. You go 2 hours.
Yeah, so about 2 hours out, you can see what we call...
We call what?
The Big Five.
The Big Five.
So the Big Five is a collection of the 5 most, let's call them aggressive animals in Africa. So in about a 2-hour drive, you can get to a reserve where you can see all 5. So that is lion, cheetah, leopard, Cape buffalo, and elephant, African elephant.
Okay, wait a minute. If you didn't hear that, lion. I heard lion, cheetah, leopard, Cape buffalo, and elephant.
And I'm sorry, I said the cheetah in there, but it's not actually cheetah. The other one of the Big Five is actually the rhino.
The rhino.
Yes, we have those.
Okay.
Yeah, or as I like to call them, battle unicorns.
Battle unicorns. And it's your animal, so you can call it whatever you want.
Yes.
I'm learning, everyone. There's rules in South Africa.
Yes. Like
It's
everywhere.
Yeah, it's just like, if you live in South Florida, if you live in Wilton Manors, we have rules in Wilton Manors. We can call people what we want to call them. So
And the other cool thing is Jim is going to be on a bit later. Just reminded me when penguins.
The what? Penguins?
Penguins. There's a couple of places which are penguin sanctuaries.
That's the big 6.
So, yeah, that was it. That's the part of the cute 5, not the dangerous 5. So, very close to Cape Town, we have a penguin sanctuary where we get jackass penguins, where you can literally get as close as Mike and I are to an actual jackass penguin. And then there's a couple of other places where you can also get relatively close to penguins.
Hey everyone, I hope you learned something about South Africa because he has been educating me all morning, and you know me, I love to be educated, but I do have to go to break and we have to listen to my sponsors. But I want to thank you for being here and for me meeting you. You made my day. So, hey everyone, it's me, Trippin with Silver Daddy and Dezi.
I'm Magachle.
What the hell was that?
We have 12 official languages in South Africa.
Okay, that's another hurdle story. Hey everyone, you listen to my commercial. I'll be right back. You're listening to Trippin with Silver Daddy. Hey, do you like premium fetish and leather products? Then you need to go to Leatherworks. That's where I go shopping. They make so many things in-house and they only use the best quality leather. Leatherworks is inclusive of all sexuality, gender, and body types, so even me, Daddy Bear, can get the perfect fit. You can join the Lifestyle Club program. It offers discount on in-store products and classes. Yes, they have specialty classes. And they also have community parties. If you need to buy that special gift or want that unique holiday gift, go to leatherworks.com. That's Leatherworks is spelled WERKS.com, and you can buy online. Hey everyone, welcome back to Trippin' with Silver Daddy. You know how I told you I was on this downtown area of Quincy? I just stumbled into the most beautiful place and two of the most beautiful men.
Oh, thank you.
No, I'm talking about myself. But no, I just stumbled into the White Rabbit. This place, well, the White Rabbit Market.
Yes.
But the White Rabbit, let me tell you, all you shoppers, this is why you come to this town. Because there are things in here I've never seen. And I want. Problem is my credit card doesn't want it after Christmas. But I'll get a new credit card and I'm coming back.
There you go.
So I have Robby and John.
Correct.
You two own the place, right?
Yes.
Sir.
And are you business partners or partner business, whatever?
We're married.
You're married.
Yeah,
Okay,
business partner.
so this is a real partnership too.
Yep.
Oh my God, I feel sorry for you too.
No, it's
No,
not.
we just got married this past March.
Really?
Yeah.
Congratulations. And you decided to open the store here in Quincy. Are you from Quincy?
I grew up in Quincy. He grew up in Havana. And I lived in Tallahassee. We both lived in Tallahassee for a while. And then I moved back over to Quincy 4 or 5 years ago and wanted to help do something with the revitalization of downtown. And when we got married, we started talking about it. And I had worked at a school for 24 years in IT, and I was over it and ready to move on to something else.
Yep.
24 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we circled around several different ideas, and we kept coming back to this.
Now, let me tell everyone, when you come into some place like this that's just inspiring to see things, and it's so beautiful, and it's like, this is what my house should look like, what I want, someone has to have the vision. Are you both the vision, or who's the vision?
Robby's the
I'm
vision.
So you're the buyer.
Yes.
You're primarily the buyer
Yes,
of it.
and I love it.
Yeah.
And I have
And you
fun.
love it?
I love it. Oh yeah, I love
Do you
buying.
travel and go places to buy, or is it all catalog anymore online?
It's online, but we do travel to buy some furniture, and we redo furniture.
You redo it?
Mm-hmm.
So like
Just
if someone is in the area that watches this and they have like grandma's antique something that needs redone, or like a re-cushion or something?
I
or
don't
what?
really do it that way, but we just
What do
find
you
really
do?
unique pieces, and then I'll just refresh it.
Okay, so
and
you're
sell it.
actually finding things that you like. You give it the Rob final touch.
Yes.
Yes.
And then it comes into the store.
Yes.
Yes.
See how I can figure these things out.
And the funny thing is, he's the buyer, yet I still ended up doing IT. 'Cause I
Yeah,
do all
he's the IT
for the
guy.
store.
Yeah.
You can't get away from it.
I cannot
Once
help
IT,
you.
always IT, right?
Exactly.
You don't get out of that.
Exactly.
Now it's personal IT
Yes, I
stuff.
enjoy this IT.
Because it's something that the two of you, it's your business that you're doing.
Exactly.
And you're doing a great job, like bringing something like this into this town, because I can tell anyone, even like where I'm at in Fort Lauderdale, I don't see stuff like this. I have seen maybe in some little market areas in Miami, I catch vibes of stuff that you have, but I've never seen a collection so beautiful.
Thank you.
And I travel a lot.
Thank you.
So good job on that part.
Thank you.
So how long have you been in business?
We opened November 1st.
Just this past November?
Just this past
Yes.
November.
Oh,
Yes.
you babies at
Yes.
this.
Yes.
Yes. But we have the community support has been amazing. In November and December, I mean, we had the outpouring of people coming to the store.
That's so important
Yes.
when you're having a store like this.
Yes. And we heard over and over, this is exactly what Quincy needed. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
We are so happy y'all are here. And that was one of the things we had talked about. We felt like there was a certain niche that we could help fill, but we had to find the right way. And like you're saying, the unique items and the things you don't see in other stores. That's what we wanted to have here.
Everyone, I'm telling you, watch. Just so you know, you guys stay right here. When we talk about they have everything, oh, they even have Jim. Even Jim is here. But you have everything, and you even have, what's on the shelves back there? Is that butter, or is that jams?
Jams, and we have
peach jam.
Look, everyone. They have different types of olive oil. Texas has olive oil?
Yes. That's wonderful.
Who knew? Texas. Texas always has to get their fingers into everything. I love you people in Texas.
That's from Iowa.
Pepper peach jam. Does that not just sound like the most amazing thing?
This is going to be on salmon for our New Year's dinner.
Roasted
salmon.
There's a lot of things I could put that on. Mm-hmm. Some things I can't talk about, but that's okay. So come back over here. You do a lot of different things. What was it like? I want to ask you, what was it like growing up here in this city? It had to be different back then.
The downtown was very thriving. There were stores open in almost every building. And I can remember as a child riding my bike around the square. There was the Five and Dime store, the old, the soda jerk.
The soda?
Yeah. Those kind of stores. There were clothing stores. There was a little bit of everything. And so it was wonderful growing up here. I loved Quincy. And then I moved to Atlanta to go to school. And then when I moved home, I started working at a school in Tallahassee. So that's why I moved to Tallahassee. But then my heartstrings kept calling me home.
Mm-hmm. And the thing about this Quincy, it reminds me, I was born and raised in the Midwest, but I can tell you, I have been in so many little towns in Indiana, out in the country, that remind me so much of this downtown. That's all it is 4 main blocks around a government building in the center, and all these stores, mom and pop places. And that's what I love. I love small businesses because it is small businesses, which most people don't realize, employ more people in the United States than large corporations. It is the small businesses that really make the economy go. Because when you're in a small town like this, a large corporation isn't going to move in and take over half the block. It's going to be small businesses. And you two do an excellent job at that.
Well, thank you.
So you have to be very proud of what you're establishing.
Well, and talking about that, that's one of the things we like to do when we travel is we go to small towns. We don't like to go to the big cities. We like to stay in the bed and breakfasts and then shop in the local stores. That's our favorite thing, and find unique artwork or unique pieces and support the local stores there. So that's kind of, again, translated to us coming back here.
Something just caught my eye. Look at these cutest little birdhouses. Oh my God. I needed to come here before Christmas. My sister would have loved that. Sorry, Karen, you're not getting it. But, those are just incredible. I love this stuff. Now, you need to tell me something. Why White Rabbit?
Okay.
Well, the White Rabbit Market, we got the idea because of our logo. I have a White Rabbit platter that I serve on, and I love to cook. And my kitchen is called the Bungalow Rabbit Cafe.
Your kitchen at your house?
Yes.
It's not open for
No,
business.
no, just my house.
Just our nickname.
I have a
for it.
garden with a mantle, and I make dinner for my husband, and I call it the Bungalow Rabbit Cafe. And so when we decided to open a business, we were trying to decide on a logo and a name, and I looked at it and I said, the rabbits, because we have lots of rabbits in our yard and we love them. And so we took a picture of the platter and had an artist draw it.
Wow.
And that's how it came about, is the White Rabbit Market.
And we wanted to do market because we wanted items from all over the world. We had things coming from Spain, Italy, Canada.
Oh, wow. So it's not just local stuff. It's from all over the
Like
place.
these frames are made in England and they're recycled paper.
Really?
Yes, a recycled magazine and newspaper.
And look how colorful they are.
And they're beautiful.
And then we have these beautiful, like these socks, Billy Felt socks are from France. I mean, we have just a little bit from all over. So
It's amazing. Hey guys, I feel blessed just to walk in here and
Thank
see
you
this
for coming
place.
in.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, if you are in Quincy, please make sure you come here to the White Rabbit Market. Hey everyone, I gotta take a quick break. When I come back, who knows where I'm gonna be? I'll be lost in the city going somewhere. But thanks guys for
Thank
being
you.
a part.
appreciate it.
you.
Thank you.
We'll be right
Thank
back.
y'all.
You're listening to Trippin' with Silver Daddy. So when you're out on vacation, visiting Europe or the beaches, just having fun, enjoying life, what is your other best friend doing? Are they behind a cage in that pet spa where they get to come out and join the other pets in the yard for an hour? That's no life. Let Silver Daddy come and take care of your pet. If you are in Broward County and you want a Silver Daddy to cuddle and take care of your pet, then just send me an email at trippinwithsilverdaddy@gmail.com. Hey everyone, welcome back to Trippin' with Silver Daddy, and I'm still in the town of Quincy. See, I started right over there this morning. Do you see that? That's actually, I think, not the town hall. That's actually the courthouse, Jim?
Yes, it's the courthouse.
So I'm here with Jim.
Hello.
I also met Jim at breakfast.
Yes.
You can meet so many people in these small towns, and that's what I love about it. You know, when you go to these small towns, it seems like everyone's so friendly compared to when I live in a big city in South Florida.
Yeah, it can be. And it's really interesting about when people come to visit, they'll come from really everywhere, and it's very odd how that they appear. For example, we had a bicyclist that was coming down, and I said, "Oh, where are you bicycling to?" And he said, "St. Augustine."
Oh my God, that's far.
That's far. And he said, "No, it's
That's
not
far.
very far." He said, "Because I started in San Diego."
Oh, shit. Yeah, I started walking from that building right over there to right here. I'm exhausted. I think I need a nap, and I need someone to take care of my hair. No, but you're from the city, right?
Yes,
You're
I am.
actually from here.
I actually have lived here for about 30 years now.
30 years.
Yes.
And you know a lot of the history.
I know a fair amount of the history, so I've been told.
So you've been told. I think you do. And here's what's really cool about the history. He lives in like a historical house.
Yes, I live in the American Sumatra Tobacco Company Embassy House.
He lives in the embassy house. You want to know what's so amazing about this house? There's like 7 doorbells. 7.
Yes, and none of them were outside the house when I bought it.
All 7 doorbells are inside the house. And tell us why.
Because my house was used as a boarding house for the first iteration that Fortune smiled on Quincy, which was the growing of the shade tobacco, which is the outer wrapping of a cigar. And my house was used for the tobacco buyers coming here and looking at all the shade tobacco and buying what they wanted for the shade tobacco for their cigar manufacturing. And American Sumatra Tobacco Company was like Standard Oil of cigars. So your White Owls and your Dutch Masters and all of those were basically wrapped up with this American Sumatra Tobacco Company.
And if you know anything about tobacco, not that I like smoke on a regular basis, but it's that outer wrap that gives what we call the burn. Because you remember, if you listen to, I think it was like my second show of the season, we were in Ybor City and we were at a cigar shop. I remember things, people. I have a good memory still, but it's the shade and all that. And a lot of those is what they call Connecticut leaf,
Right.
too.
Yes.
So this area, I talked in the very beginning, was really well known for agriculture until about the 60s.
Yes, and this was a big crop that they had here, was the shade tobacco, and it was considered to be the finest shade tobacco that you could get was grown in this area. It won all sorts of blue ribbons.
Wow.
And so for the Cuban cigars, even the famous Cuban cigars, they'd use Cuban tobacco, but they'd use the Quincy shade tobacco for their final wrap. And that's kind of part of that story.
And we know, I believe I said from the beginning, Quincy, the city town name, actually comes from President John Quincy Adams. That's where the name Quincy actually comes from. I don't think I mentioned that in the beginning of my show. Just came to me. But there's a lot of things that happens here. I mean, you guys are known for art.
Yes. We have a very nice art museum here, an art gallery. And in addition, we've had some very famous artists come from here, including, you probably know, Dean Mitchell.
Yes.
And McEwen, I think he is from here. Joy Green is also from here. So this is part of the North Florida Art Trail.
And it also connects over to another town called Havana. Not Havana,
But
it's kind of like,
Havana.
it's Havana, because if you're from this town, it's called Havana. It's kind of like my guest earlier. It's not a zebra, it's a zebra.
Yes.
So we have different ways of saying things. But that's also part of the art. Oh, just ignore the crowd. They're just out here causing problems. But you also have a lot of festivals. You even said there's like a blues barbecue.
A blues and barbecue, and it used to be called Blues, Brews, and Barbecues.
Even better.
And most of our festivals, you can see them either starting or ending over here in the Courtyard Square, which is a pretty good area around. And there's many festivals and discussions and things that happen here. We have a farmers market that takes place on the second Thursday of every month, and it's just down the street over here. We have the Leaf Theater that has really good community theater shows, musicals. They generally have 4 per season, and they reach from the fall, November, October range through around January. I think the last one has just ended this year, but sometimes it goes through January. Oh, no, Big Fish. Big Fish will be in January. So we have those kinds of programs. And
What's Big Fish?
Big Fish is, for those that have seen the movie, it's about...
Is it a play or what?
It's a musical.
Oh, the musical Big Fish.
All of them are musicals at Quincy Music Theater.
Oh, that's
its
cool.
name.
And I do like musicals. This might be a little bit of a long drive from my house to get here, but this is a town I definitely want to come back to, because as you can see behind me, the city's really cool because you have this square block around the courthouse.
Yes.
It reminds me something that you would see like in the movie Stranger Things.
Yeah.
You may not have heard of that movie.
Yes.
But it takes place in the 70s when I was a kid, and there was like
too.
these stranger things that were happening. In my community, the strange things, it wasn't monsters like that. It was the local drunk, but we'll talk about that some other time.
Now, I also want to say that this year happens to be our county's bicentennial.
Yeah, 200 years.
200 years, so this is 2023. 1823, our county was founded, and the state won't have its bicentennial for 17 years.
And because you were this county is actually one of the first counties in Florida, correct? There's
Yes,
a
I think
couple,
it's-
there's like maybe 2 or 3 other
It
ones.
began with 2 counties, which was St. John's, which is now headed with St. Augustine, and it was half the state was that, and the other half was Escambia County, and it took over the rest of the half.
Wait a minute, that second county is over
Escambia,
in Pensacola.
Yes.
So that's the Pensacola area.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the 2 counties, and that's how basically you told me the story how Tallahassee became the capital because Andrew Jackson sent 2 horses, one from Jacksonville and one from Pensacola, and they were riding, and wherever they met, that's the area they were going to make the capital. It's a little bit closer to Pensacola. So I think the Pensacola rider, I think he was like doing something and taking his time. I think the horse had to get a lot of water because for some reason, when I look at the map, I think Tallahassee's a little closer to Pensacola. Just me, just an observer. You know, I
but
wasn't
it is
around
pretty
then.
close. It's pretty close, though. But I think you're right. I think it's a little closer to Pensacola, but not by a lot.
Not by a lot. Hey, everyone. I haven't told Jim this, so I guess I better break the news now. Jim, you're going to have to put an 8th doorbell in
Oh, my goodness.
because I think I'm moving in. And that doorbell is going to be for Silver Daddy because I'm going to stay here. Hey, everyone, I got to take a break.
All right.
I'll be right back. You are listening to Trippin' with Silver Daddy, and Jim will be right back.
Bye-bye.
Have a promotion, like a birthday, or celebrating an anniversary? Or would you like to advertise your business on Trippin' with Silver Daddy? No matter what you want to do, I can help you. Just send me an email to trippinwithsilverdaddy@gmail.com. Don't forget, there's no G in Trippin'. Hey everyone, welcome back to Trippin' with Silver Daddy. So we're coming to the end of our show, and there's nothing better than to come to something that is so historic. This is an old golf station. It has all the old signs, even the old pumps. Look at these cool things. You even have the air hose right here in front of the place. I had to stop here. This town is very historic, and it is incredible. I'm telling you, if you're coming anywhere in the Panhandle, you need to hit these small towns like Quincy. There's so much history in this town, and there's so many things you can do. The downtown area has some great shops. I had a great time, going in the White Rabbit Market. They had some of the most unusual and unique and special things. I love those moss birdhouses. I'm actually going to order one. I have to get that for my sister and sister-in-law. I need 2 of them. But the breakfast was incredible. One of the best omelets. It was so much I couldn't even eat it all. And then I got the chance to meet Dezi and Jim and talk to them. Jim is so full of so much history, knows everything about this town, living here for over 30 years. But then to get to meet Dezi, who spends part of his time in South Africa on the family farm, and then back here, he gets to spend time here. Gosh, I'm a lucky person. I love doing my podcast. I hope you love traveling with me and seeing these places. Please go to my YouTube page and subscribe. I really need you to do that. And leave comments. I'll answer them. I may even answer them in a short video. So go to my YouTube if you have a question or a comment about some place I went. Let me know. Maybe I'll send you my first ever short video answer. That's what I think I should do. Hey everyone, I had a great time. Hope you did too. And remember, as always, love, peace, and respect. You've been listening or watching Trippin' with Silver Daddy. Bye.